Hey, YouTube family. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. Are you ready for the curls and scoop? First, we got to get that hug. So come on, let's do this. It's not cute not knowing, and you're going to know today because I got a lot of documentaries to talk about. Patti LaBelle is coming to the Wonder Years, the hit ABC show. She's going to be in at least 2 episodes. The legendary entertainer is 78. She's still out here touring and performing, but sometimes she steps back to do some acting because she's going to be having a holiday movie coming out. But she's appearing on at least 2 episodes of the Wonder Years where she plays the dad's mom. Black Panther 2. Okay, they're still working on the movie. A new trailer is coming on Monday, and tickets go on sale on Monday. You may be saying, why? You know the rush for these Marvel films. It doesn't hit theaters until November the 11th, but tickets go on sale for Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever, on Monday. TV icon Katie Couric has announced that she's battling breast cancer. The 65-year-old legend for years. She did the Today Show. Her family, unfortunately, has a history of breast cancer. Her husband died in 1998 from colon cancer. Her mom-in-law died of ovarian cancer. Her sister had pancreatic cancer. Now Katie Couric has breast cancer. Found out routine mammogram. She had surgery in July. She found that in June. She's currently undergoing radiation. Every 2 minutes, a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer, and cancer is just a dreaded disease. There are survivors, but so many people go through so much with cancer. Rapper PNB Rock, who hailed from the Philadelphia area, he was tragically murdered a few weeks ago. Well, they have caught up with the man who killed him. And it was a 17-year-old, a teenager, 17, and they're currently looking for his dad, who played as the getaway driver during that crime. Byron Allen, he's going to become a TV legend. People just don't realize it now. He just won a historic $1 billion federal lawsuit. He sued McDonald's. They wouldn't advertise on any of his platforms, including the Weather Channel. He said they violated his civil rights, and a judge agreed. And that lawsuit is going forward. Unfortunately, another cancer story. Actress Marlon Barrett, she plays the nurse on Chicago Med. She just announced and just opened up the People magazine. She's battling uterine and ovarian cancer. We send prayers out to her. There's a new documentary coming out on Little Richard, and this one is a little different. It's called I Am Everything. It's going to feature music historians, colleagues, photos, and footage that we never saw. You know, Little Richard was one of the pioneers of rock and roll. He never got his due, but now it seems like with documentaries and things like that that's coming along, Little Richard is finally getting it. Nile Rodgers, famed producer from Chic, is one of the producers. At the beginning of the week, you know, we talked about, I'm sure many of you have seen, Bishop Jakes passing the torch to his daughter, Sarah Jakes Roberts. And everyone said, well, if he's leaving that, what's he going to be doing? Bishop Jakes is going to have his own streaming service. But wait, you have to pay for this one. He is developing a free streaming channel. You know we love free because there's 1,000 streaming platforms and you got to pay. But Bishop Jakes is developing a free one, which will feature music, services, sermons, and the like. Actor-comedian Chris Redd, he announced about a week and a half ago that he was leaving Saturday Night Live. He's got an HBO special coming out. And everyone was like, okay, you were on Saturday Night Live. A lot of people left. But why are you leaving now? Could it be because he is dating the soon-to-be ex-wife of his Saturday Night Live co-star, Keenan Thompson? Now, Keenan shocked everyone when he and his wife, after being together for 11 years, they got 2 daughters, when they split up. But now this man is dating Keenan's ex? Now they're saying that everyone gets along and it's all love. But how would you feel if someone dated your ex and you worked with him and you knew them? Some people think that Keenan pulled weight because he is the longest running member on Saturday Night Live, that he may have helped to show Chris Redd the door because he's dating his wife. The story of Vanessa Williams, that Penthouse story, is coming to TV in a limited series. In 1983, Vanessa Williams made history as the first Black woman to win Miss America. Then in 1984, Penthouse magazine got a hold of some photos where she posed nude before she became Miss America, and they published them. They took the crown away. It was scary. It was very traumatic, and it was so heartbreaking because Vanessa Williams was the first Black Miss America, and then they came out with these photos that were shocking, to so many people. Vanessa says she wants the story told to show the racism and the sexism and how she was treated. Now, Vanessa Williams wound up having a last laugh because when you think of the history of Miss Americas, you'll be remembering these girls. You remember Vanessa Williams, and not because of these nude photos. You remember her because she went on to have the most successful career, recording career, Broadway career, acting career, movies, TV. Vanessa Williams has done it and really overcame this tragedy. She shows that you may fall down. You may be kicked down. They may take things away from you. But Vanessa Williams rose. But this story is coming to TV, as well as a documentary on the Reverend Al Sharpton. It hits theaters in December. It's called Loudmouth. Now, when you think of polarizing figures, people either love him or they hate him. This shows him as an activist, as a commentator, the hair, the weight loss, Loudmouth. Reverend Al has been in our lives for about 40 years, like since the 80s, for being an activist. People say, well, does he really do anything? The Tawana Brawley case, Central Park 5. He's had hits and misses. I should say the exonerated 5. He's had hits or misses, but Al Sharpton is a part of the culture, and this documentary is going to hit theaters, I believe, on December 19th. Big kudos. Y'all know how much I love Keke Palmer. She's been honored by Time Magazine as one of the up-and-coming stars. She shares this title with singer SZA, Lashana Lynch, who's in the new Woman King, and she was in the last James Bond movie. Yahya Abdul-Mateen, the young actor, you know his face when you've seen him, but they're saluting and celebrating what they call the next 100, the next big stars. Great photo shot there of Keke Palmer. Tyra Banks, she's on Dancing with the Stars. It's on Disney Plus. She's making enemies over there too. She and Alfonso Ribeiro now have to share the show. Well, there are not a lot of big stars on it, but there is one, an 18-year-old TikToker. And Tyra's been saying some creepy things to her. Now, back when Tyra had America's Next Top Model, they accused her of saying things to these contestants. They said she says stuff to them, talking about she needs to get her neck fixed. She's 18 years old. Just making comments, and I don't know if this is something that Tyra likes to do. She just likes to be a mean girl, but she's being a mean girl. New season, Dancing with the Stars on Disney Plus. Kelly Rowland is that woman. 2 exciting projects, actually 3, because she has a new song. She's proving there is life after Destiny's Child. She has a movie, Football Fantasy, with Omari Hardwick from Power fame, Ghost, Marsai Martin. And she's got a movie coming out just in time for Halloween with Marlon Wayans on Netflix, Curse of the something Bridges. But it looks good. She and Marlon play husband and wife, and she gets to marry Omari Hardwick and his football fantasy that's coming soon. Kelly Ripa is ready to tell all. She started off All My Children. She's from the area that I live in. She replaced Kathy Lee Gifford on Regis and Kathy Lee. It became Live with Regis and Kelly. Now it's Kelly and Ryan. She didn't always get along with Regis Philbin, and he wasn't always welcoming. And all she would say, because she kind of goes into detail, you can't make a person befriend you. I always thought the relationship was strange and that she wasn't as close, and Kathy Lee Gifford hinted that. But I didn't like what happened between her and Michael Strahan and how she reacted when he wanted to leave. Michael wanted to get the hell out of sitting in that chair next to her. I don't know if she goes into detail about Michael Strahan because they both work for ABC, and you can't just go knock at him. She's on the cover of People magazine this week telling her story. I hope I went over everything because there was a lot to go over. Leave a comment. How would you feel if somebody you work with started dating your ex? Child, I think Keenan Thompson said, Chris Red, he got to go. He can't be on the show no more. We'll get somebody else. Patti LaBelle coming to the Wonder Years. Great news and prayers for Katie Couric, this actress, Marlon Barrett, anybody who is battling cancer in their lives at this time. Can we please say a prayer for those in Florida with Hurricane Ian? I guess by the time tomorrow we'll wake up and see the disaster that the state, the disaster that happened with this hurricane. And we need prayers here in the city that I live in Philadelphia. 5 teenagers were shot and 1 died coming from a football practice. They were all young men. Shootings and death, whether you're shooting or whether you got shot, your life has changed forever. It's not a video game. It's not a video game. And parents, grandparents watching, y'all, if you're a parent, if you're blessed to be a parent or a guardian and you have a child in your life, it is up to you to know what is going on. You got to know what's going on. When crimes happen at night, you be like, where are the parents? Why aren't you home getting ready for school? People can say it's not so easy, but here in Philly, we have had several incidents. Kids ransacking a convenience store. There was this elderly man who was attacked by teens at night. Parents got to get back to parenting and knowing what's going on with our kids, and know if they're living in your house, it's not an invasion of privacy. In Philadelphia, we're getting hit. Our national headlines don't look good at all. So this city and other cities around the country, they just need prayer. But kindness and empathy, there's a lot going on in the world. Thank you for letting me be a little light in your day. I'm Patti Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture. Thanks for joining me.